Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your reading. Scorpio, we are going to be getting our subject matter, the reason for this reading from the Divine. What is this reading all about for Scorpio? Thank you. So Scorpio, we have your card, and this reading is all about your inner child. So we are now going to be getting some tarot cards to elaborate and clarify that message. Divine, you gave Scorpio a subject matter that they need to hear about their inner child. What is that all about? Can you please clarify the inner child card? Thank you. Okay, so we're getting your tarot cards to see what this message about the inner child is all about. All right, so put those there. We have our cards, and finally, Scorpio, as you know, we always get the Divine to close off our readings for us. Divine, what is that last message that you want to give to Scorpio to close off this reading? What is that last message, that nail, that final nail to nail this message for Scorpio? All right, Scorpio, we have your card, and we will look at that message at the end of this reading. Let me just push these cards out of frame for a second. All right, so let me just have a quick look to see what we have here. Scorpio, I can see that you have two major arcana cards. You have the Star card and the World card, and these two cards are really good and they really hold the weight of this reading. So when I get to these two cards, make sure that you are paying close attention to the message that is coming up. We're seeing that, of course, this reading is going to be addressing some issues around your inner child that the Divine wanted you to really start thinking about and start perhaps working on. So we're seeing that the first card that you have is coming across being the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a lovely card because, as you can see when you're looking at the Queen of Wands, it is a card that is all about feeling inspired, about being joyous and happy, and understanding who you truly are. And not only that, understanding that you have that divine connection to the divine, to that cosmic mind through your intuition. Now, Scorpio, this is what this black cat is all about. So the Divine is asking you to use your intuition to connect to messages that the Divine wants to give you directly. And not only that, there is this sense of celebration, this sense about home support, because the next card that we have, we see you here, is the Four of Wands. And as you can see with our cards, the Four of Wands is a card that sees you feeling supported, sees you feeling like you have those important people in your life that you can celebrate with, that support you. And not only that, this is a card that could speak about going back home to the motherland, or there is just that connection that is asking you to connect with home. And in connecting to home, it's bringing a sense of joy, a sense of celebration. So maybe you are planning on visiting your home country, going back home, whatever it is that you are planning on doing, there is this energy that is coming up that is really making you feel excited, because we saw that the Queen of Wands operated on the same suit. We have the Four of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and these wands are all about your passion, your drive. They could be the type of energy that talks about taking some risks. It's also like that spirit. What is driving you? What is the reason of doing something as well? Like I said, it's about travel. It's about having that big idea and perhaps even going on an adventure. And remember, we spoke about this reading being about your inner child. So the Divine here is saying that there is a connection about going back home, about connecting with your roots, about bringing this energy of support. Maybe, like I said, you are thinking of going back home, and in going back home, you might be thinking of buying, as we can see here, some land so you can start this community type of feeling where you are not alone, where you are bringing other people who are bringing a sense of support. And by bringing a sense of support, they're bringing their wisdom and knowledge, and together you're working together to create something that is going to bring support. Because the number 4, not only is it the card or the number that speak about stability, it's the number that also speak about organization. It's about protection. It's about establishing something. So I'm feeling that you're currently thinking about how you can establish something back home. And this could be that this was your wish for a really long time. And you're seeing here that you have been wishing, you have been hoping, you have been praying about that connection to home, or you are praying and connecting to the divine, asking how you can bring this energy of protection in your own home, in your own family. And not only that, the Star card is the card that deals with your wishes being granted and your wishes coming true. But understanding that you still have to put in the work. You still have to get up at some point and go and put in whatever work that is needed to make this wish come true. So you are understanding, Scorpio, that you co-create with the divine by you here praying, wishing, and sending your intentions, what it is that you want to do to the divine, and the divine answering your prayers. And then you are going and creating the situations that are going to allow the divine to give you the things that you have been praying for. So the Star card is a card that encourages you to be proactive. The Star card is saying you can't just sit here hoping and wishing and meditating all day long. At some point you have to get up. You have to go and put in the work that is required for these dreams and wishes to come true. And we're seeing you here now as the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is an interesting card. So here we're seeing you understanding that you have to get up and go and put in the work to make sure that your answers to your wishes can come true. And then the Knight sees you being brave. The Knight sees you being excited about the future, because the Knights are that energy that goes and fights for a better future. And this card being that is the Knight of Cups, what you are fighting for is bringing in that energy of love, that energy of how you are feeling. Remember that our subject matter was about your inner child. And so you are seeing yourself here being brave enough to get up, to go and work towards whatever it is that you've been wishing, hoping and praying. Because something is telling me that as a child, maybe you didn't have enough. Maybe you didn't have the support that your friends had when you were growing up. And there was that energy of, I wish I had a family that could support me. And now you are understanding that that desire never went away. That inner child's wishes are still here. And you are now going to go and answer your inner child's wishes and hopes and dreams by you yourself going and creating this situation of the Four of Wands. You yourself going and creating joy, happiness, support. If you didn't have your own home, you are going to create and build your own home. Maybe you always wanted to own a farm and you're going to buy a farm. And we are seeing that here, there is just something around your inner child's wishes wanting to come true and them being granted through you putting in the time and the effort that is needed to go and work towards these things that you have been wishing and praying for. And it seems like you have been wishing and praying for a really, really long time, Scorpio. And so the divine really wants you to understand that now is the time to be brave enough to get up, to go and research whatever it is that you're wishing, what you're wishing for here. And once you've done that research, to go and actually proactively going and maybe starting to purchase that land. And then you're going to see that magical things just start happening and magical situations just start unfolding in a really beautiful way. And your inner child is here looking at you and feeling really proud. And then our last card. Remember I told you that our last card was our major arcana card. So as you were wishing, hoping and dreaming, and now you are being proactive and going and making these wishes that you had for a long time come true. Having the World card here, it indicates that those wishes are going to be successful. So whatever it is that you're manifesting, having the World card here is a wonderful card because it says that you are going to be successful. The World card is having that inner child's hope, wishes and desires that are buried deep within you. And then being brave enough to get up and go and work towards fulfilling whatever it is that you want. And so you start off with your hopes and dreams when you're younger, and you go and experience all the ways you can make these hopes and dreams come true, and then they come true. So you go from being an inner child's wishes, hopes, and desires to seeing you here as an adult, actually fulfilling whatever it is that you wanted. So we're seeing you here going on a journey that is bringing that full circle to a completion. The World card is about accomplishment. It's the end of a journey. It's about harmony and self-understanding. It's about that happy ending to an experience. So whatever it is that you're wishing and hoping and dreaming for, your wishes were granted. And then we saw you being brave enough to go and chase those dreams down. And by chasing those dreams down, this is how you make sure that you successfully complete whatever it is that you are wanting to see and experience as a reality in your life, Scorpio. So Scorpio, let's have a look at our final card that the Divine wanted to give you. And the final card that you have is your own card. And this card is saying, Scorpio, you need to work through some fears that might be stopping you, that might be blocking your dreams coming true. There is maybe some self-doubt that you're experiencing. And like I said, maybe you didn't have that happy home as you were growing up. And so there is some fears around being able to accomplish all these dreams that you have been creating for a long time. And now you're like, well, can they really come true? And the Divine is asking you that if you're having those types of questions, can this really come true? It's time to sit down with yourself and start asking what you're actually really afraid of. Because of course they can come true. If you truly believe that they can, and then of course they can. If you truly believe that whatever it is that you're wishing and hoping for can come true for you, you show that through the work that you start doing, the actions that you're taking towards making these wishes and dreams a reality, you start showing that. But if you stay in this position of keep on wishing, hoping, and not actually making any moves, then you're seeing that there's still some fears that are blocking you seeing that you deserve to have your dreams come true. So Scorpio, this is the reading that I have for you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And on that note, I'll see you in my next video. It's a goodbye.